So you want to step up your content, but you don't know where to start. Today, let's talk about the most underrated part of the creative process, color grading. Color grading is a great way to find your visual style. Every good movie has a distinctive color to it, but color grading is not easy and it takes a lot of time. And you also see all these creators selling these LUTs and tutorials. But what if I told you there's an easy tool to help you find your unique style with professional color grading? Color grading made easy. Say hello to Dehancer. It helps me turn my footage from this to this, this to this, and this to this in just a few clicks. Dehancer is a plugin you can use on every editing software, and they also have an app. And the best part is you get 10% off your purchase with the code TOM10. Disclaimer, I'm not paid to say or do this. Dehancer reached out to me to try their color grading tool. They specifically asked me for an honest review to help improve their tool. And let me tell you, it doesn't need a lot of improvement. This tool is pretty amazing. This is an honest review of Dehancer. I'm using Final Cut Pro, but you can use Dehancer on every editing software. Let's get into it. So this is the first image we're going to color grade. This is shot on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 in Vietnam. We're gonna find the tool Dehancer, put it on there. And what I like to do is to just go all the way down and disable all tools. So we're gonna review this tool from start to finish. First thing to do is to select the right input. So we're gonna choose a camera, DJI Osmo Pocket 3 D-Log M. And as you can see, just like this already looks amazing. And this is just like conversion from D-Log to Rec 709. Before, after, crazy. Honestly, to post this on social media would already be fine. But let's go further. Here you can adjust the exposure, the color temperature, the tints, defrange, I don't know what it is. And here's the fun part. Under film you can actually choose a film look. And as you can see, they have a lot of film looks. Also even the famous Portra 800, Portra 400, they have Polaroid, they have Ilford, Fujifilm, Cinestill 50D and 800D. They have a lot of film looks, and this makes this tool just really fun to use. For this one we're going to go for the Kodak Gold 200. I kind of like, it's a bit warmer in the shadows, so that's cool. So we chose our film style, Kodak Gold 200, and then you can go to the film developer and you can like adjust the contrast. You can go to gamma correction, like the black and the white points. Honestly, you can just change everything. I don't really use these. What I do use is film grain. The film grain is absolutely beautiful. Texture, this small grain makes your footage a lot more filmic and cinematic, and I really like it. I don't like it too much though, so I usually go for the 65mm ISO 500. And if I zoom in on the picture, you can actually see it's not noise, but it's grain, and I kind of like it. Actually, the 65mm ISO 250 is better. Okay, cool. Then there's halation. You know, this red halation around the highlights you see in a lot of videos? Well, it's just as easy as one click of a button. So just enable it. You can see the red halation here. It's a bit too much for me, so I'll go to 65-70mm. Yeah, that's better. Before, after, before, after. Alright, next in the list is bloom. Bloom is to have that soft filter on the highlights. It's just like using a ProMask filter, but then just with a plugin on your editing software. Pretty cool. Just enable it, and I don't know if you're able to see it on the recording, but if you look at the highlights, like here, you can see how it softened the highlights, and this makes it really cinematic and filmic. You can also add some film damage. It's like all these dots and these lines you can see like on real film. I don't use this a lot, but it's a great tool to have. You can use the film grid, the gate weave, overscan. You can really go ham with this. You can like go crazy. Another thing I use a lot is vignette. Let's just enable it. Basically, it adds a bit of a vignette around your frame, before, after, before, after. If you turn on the mask mode, you can actually see where it goes. So here I would like to make it a bit smaller and change the aspect ratio. You don't really see it, but it helps guide the viewer's eye to the most important part of the frame. So I really like to use it. What I like to do though is to just add a bit of color to the image. Oh, that's what I want. And like a bit of contrast with the color wheels. So this honestly looks amazing. And it's been 5 minutes. So this is literally crazy, and it's fun too, and that's why I really like this tool. You have so many options, but everything's in just one tool, so it makes it really fun to use. Before and after, before and after. Okay, the next shot we are going to color grade is this one. This is shot on the Sony FX3 and S-Log3. So this is the before and this is the after. Same thing, I used Kodak Portra 400. I use a film grain, halation and bloom. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, so we put the plugin on it. This is what we have. Again, what I like to do is just disable all the tools. So we start with a clean sheet. First things first, we need to convert this into Rec 709. They also have really good black and white film stocks. Like the Ilford XP2 is a black and white film stock, and this really looks amazing. Color grading is fun again. And there's another really cool thing about this tool, is called Overscan. Overscan is a really nice way to add borders to your shot. Or you don't have to buy or download all these film mats and film borders. They're already in the tool, and that makes it even more fun and even better to use. So you can use, they have like 7 different borders you can use, and it's also like it's quality borders. They really look like real film, and it just gives like an extra dimension to your footage. So I really like to use them, but don't overuse them, because it can become like quite repetitive or like not as professional, but it's a really cool tool to have. Wow, I didn't know this, but you can actually generate your LUT. You can generate a LUT from this. Export LUT, what the hell is this? Once you have your own visual style, you can actually export it as a LUT, and you can use it on any other footage or in any other software you want. This is before, and this is the after. Before, after, before, after. Let me quickly show you some other examples. I shot this the other day. This is how it came out of the camera. This is shot on a Sony FX3, and with Dehancer it looks like this. Same thing for this shot. It's a shoot I did for Absolute Vodka. So this is before and this is after. And I think especially in this shot you can really see like the power of the color grading. A shot that looks really flat, just not interesting, suddenly becomes like this deep, meaningful image with bright colors, beautiful highlights, beautiful texture. And that's what color grading does. It really elevates your content and it helps you go to that next level of content creation. I'm not paid to say this. This is just good advice from one creator to another. Stay creative and see you in the next one.